Good evening everybody and welcome back to JWE Friday Night Eclipse. Tonight we're in St. Paul, Minnesota, where we continue to prepare for the Survivor Series as the road to Ultimate Fight Night continues. Tonight the Killer Toons try to continue their climb up the rankings as they take on the Idols, and Teddie will once again have a chance to prove himself as he takes on Nagito Komaeda. Grab a snack, grab a seat, and get ready for a night of explosive matches, because this is Eclipse. And here we go, starting off our night. Introducing first. It is the Mad Dog of Shimano. And the one-eyed slugger. Goro Majima.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Japan, weighing in at 176 pounds, Mad Dog Korea.
And his opponent? It is the Lone Wolf, Zenkichi Hasegawa. And here we go, both men ready. Wolf immediately runs towards Majima, who tries to hit him with a knee, but gets sent down instead. And Wolf sending Majima back down with an elbow. And the ground and pound stomp to the chest. And an early pin attempt here in the corner. Referee ready for that. There's one. Majima kicks out. Majima grabbing onto the neck, and there's a neck breaker. Wolf back up to his feet, but immediately sent down thanks to Majima. Now Majima going for a quick pin. And Wolf just getting him off quickly. Majima with a planted facebuster and the corkscrew. And now we diving axe handle punch to the outside. Just trapping the arm, stomping the hand. Majima walking and tossing Wolf back inside the ring. Chasing after him. And now the split leg stomp. And again, Majima just trapping the arm, stomping the hand. And Wolf very quickly getting out of that headlock, sending Majima for an Irish whip, and just putting the fist into his stomach on the rebound. And now the comeback clotheslines, catching the kick. And now Majima with an Irish whip. And the power slam into the pin. There's one. Wolf kicks out. And now Wolf with the choke slam. Into the cover, there's one, there's two, and Majima kicks out. Now Wolf to the outside, just standing over Majima, forcing him up. And now over the shoulders. But Majima slipping out. Looking for the chicken wing facebuster along the outside. Now Majima hyping up the crowd. Double foot face stomp. And now setting up the recoil. And Majima with the cover. There's one, there's two, and Wolf pops the shoulders just before three. And now Wolf going for the pin. There's one. Majima kicks out. And now Wolf setting up something big. And now setting up the Wolf's Bane Powerbomb. And the cover, there's one, there's two, and Majima kicks out. Wolf forcing Majima up to his feet. Irish whip, another uppercut to the stomach. And Wolf with the double suplex combo into the pin. There's one, there's two, and Majima again barely gets the shoulders up. Now Majima sending Wolf for an Irish whip. And just not doing much, but there's a double, or victory roll double stomp. That's what it's called. And now a diving elbow from the top rope. And Majima with another neck breaker. Just dragging Wolf away from the ropes. And the cover. There's 1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner, Maria.
And Majima picking up yet another win. Just adding to his already pretty strong total. And now for our first tag team matchup of the evening. Introducing first. It is Kaede Akamatsu and Maki Harukawa, the Killer Tunes. And their opponents, it is Ibuki Miyota and Hatsune Miku, the Cyber Idols. Here we go, Maki and Miku, the first in the ring. And refereeing the bell, they meet in the middle, with Miku immediately running towards the northern ropes, Maki putting a stop to that, forcing Miku into the corner, and immediately tagging in Kaede. Early tag team attack here. Now Kaede with a kick right to the spine, forcing Miku back up to her feet. And an Irish whip back into the corner. Turning Miku around. Turning her around again and again. And now an elbows to the spine. And again, just turning Miku around. Miku having enough, kicking out. And now top rope double leg drop kick. Kaede with a leg drop. Now tagging Maki back in. Miku back inside the ring after a short trip to the outside, and there's a spear. Ibuki looking for the tag out. Maki putting a stop to that and forcing Miku back up to her feet. Irish whip back into the corner. And there's an Irish whip. Miku turning Maki around head first into the turnbuckle and now tagging in Ibuki for their first tag team attack of the evening. And now Ibuki with an elbow drop. Ibuki with a strong kick to the spine. But Maki tossing Ibuki into the corner, going after Miku, just trying to knock her off the apron, or at least make her think twice about breaking anything up. Now Maki just pulling back on Ibuki's arm. Stomps the stomach, just choking her with the foot. And now going after Miku. Again. And now Ibuki with a moonsault from the middle rope. Forcing Maki up by the neck, sending her down. And now Maki forcing Ibuki over the shoulders. And an F5 going for the pin. Miku breaks it up. And now Maki tagging Kaede back in. And Ibuki elbowing out. Head scissor toss for Kaede back up to her feet. But immediately tossed into the corner. But Kaede with the reversal. And a clothesline into a snap mirror and a neck snap. And now Miku with a neck breaker. Into an arm breaker. And a standing moonsault. Kaede rolling to the outside. Miku heading up top. Diving crossbody. Miku tossing Kaede into the steel steps. There's 5. Now Miku just elbowing the thigh. Referee at 8. They really need to be careful here. Miku retreating back to the ring. Kaede probably doesn't even know where she is, but somehow makes it back into the ring in time. Shoulder toss into an arm breaker. And a sliding leg drop. And again. Miku back up to her feet. And Kaede with a gut wrench side slam. Into a lever pull arm breaker. And tagging Maki back in. And a spear to the outside, sending Miku down. Back inside the ring. Now just going after Ibuki, and Ibuki putting a stop to that quickly. But Maki trying again. Now Miku back inside the ring, trying to help out Ibuki, just a little bit too late. Maybe you should have taken a more direct path back into the ring. And now Miku going after Kaede. But Maki fast enough to break that up. And Maki elbowing herself out. Pull back, knee strike. Miku tagging out. And Ibuki with an arm drag into the cover. There's one, there's two. Kaede in the ring. And Ibuki with a strong elbow, forcing Maki back up to her feet. Irish whip into the corner. Corner hip attack into a double leg drop kick. And forcing Maki back up to her feet. Over the shoulders. Bouncing off the top rope. Ibuki looking for the suplex, but Maki with the reversal and tossing Ibuki into the Killer Tunes corner. And now tagging in Kaede, looking for another chain or a tag team attack. The tag team big boot. Now Kaede going for the pin. Miku in to break it up. And now just an over-the-shoulder arm drag from Kaede, forcing Ibuki back up to her feet. Irish whip. And Ibuki catching that kick. Forcing Kaede back up to her feet. Irish whip into the side bridles corner. And the Hurricane Rana. And now Ibuki tagging in Hatsune Miku for another tag team attack. And now Miku going for the cover. Maki's gonna break it up. And momentum shifting from one corner to the other. Miku spearing Kaede off the apron. And now going after Maki. And a hot shot sends Maki off the apron. There's three. Kaede back inside the ring. And the DDT into the cover. There's one, there's two. Miku kicks out. And without the help of Ibuki. Kaede now middle rope. Diving knee. And tags Maki back in. Miku elbowing out. And the moonsault into the cover. Kaede's in to break it up. And now Miku with a standing shooting star press, going over, tagging in Ibuki. And now Ibuki middle rope moonsault. or a bottom rope, excuse me. And now in the corner, lining up the front flip neck breaker and the pin. There's one, there's two, and Maki kicks out. And Maki reversing that tag team attack. And now going after Ibuki with an arm breaker and tagging Kaede back in. Now Ibuki tossing Kaede into the Cybrido's corner. Sending her down, but Kaede kicks herself out. And a jawbreaker. But not going for the cover, instead going for the tag out, because why not? There's a flying Superman punch and the pin. 1, 2. Ibuki kicks out. And now Maki sending Ibuki for an Irish whip, but just getting a little bit too eager. Now Ibuki sending Maki into the corner again. Pulling her away. Hurricane Rana. And tagging in Hatsune Miku. And now Miku setting up another moonsault into the cover. Kaede's gonna break it up. Now just keep Maki in the ring. Should be extremely simple. And now tagging in Ibuki for another and hopefully final tag team attack. Ibuki up top, staring down Maki. Corkscrew. Was that a spiral tap? And now setting up an armbar and forcing Maki to tap out.
Here are your winners, the Iconic Duo.
Not how I would have ended that match, but okay. At least he kept Maki at least he kept Maki in the ring. And now for our second tag team matchup of the evening. Introducing first, it is Yu Narukami and Yosuke Hanamura, Brosona.
On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 282 pounds, the Creed Brothers.
and their opponents. It is Kokichi Oma and Rantaro Amami. D.I.C.E. Here we go. Hanamura and Amami, the first in the ring. Referee rings the bell, and I think Rantaro moved before the bell rang, but doesn't really matter, as Rantaro immediately sends Yosuke into the corner. But Yosuke turning that around, going after Kokichi, knocking him off the apron, at least attempting to, but Rantaro preventing that. And now Yosuke sending Rantaro into the corner. There's an uppercut, back elbow. And a nice tiger feint. And Hanamura tossing Rantaro into the corner. And Hanamura taking in Narukami. Rantaro sending Narukami into the corner. Just wrapping the arm around the middle rope or the top rope. And again. Rantaro with the half-pitch knee raises. And the double knees to the chest. And Rantaro with the Superman punch, going for the pin. There's two. Nearly a 3 count. And Amami forcing Narukami back up to his feet. Into the corner, and again just wrapping the arm around the top rope. And now tagging in Kokichi. Can make this a short one. With a running big boot. Kokichi going for the cover. There's one, there's two. Narukami kicks out. Kokichi forcing Narukami up to his feet. Irish whip into the corner. Now just pressing the elbow up against the Adam's apple. Narukami fights his way out, though. Tossing Kokichi into the corner. Now Narukami with a kick to the spine. Forcing Kokichi up to his feet. Now a gut-wrenching powerbomb in the corner. And the cover. Rantaro's in to break it up for the 1 count. Now neither team really with an advantage. Narukami lining up another signature. There's a cutter. And the pin. There's one. There's two. Kokichi kicks out. And Narukami with the fire stomps, forcing Kokichi back up to his feet. And Narukami tossing Kokichi into the corner. More half-hitch knee raises. And Yosuke back inside the ring. Kokichi catching the kick. Irish whip. And Zagiri sends him down. And now Hanamura with a backflip double leg drop kick. Sending Kokichi for another Irish whip, looking for the corkscrew elbow. Just getting a little bit too eager. And again trying. Stunning Kokichi. There's a double leg drop kick to the back of the head and the pin. There's 1, 2, and Kokichi will not kick out. And yeah, Hanamura would not take anything less than a victory that match. He was just... I don't even know what words to say to describe his kind of match. Like, I do not have as robust a vocabulary to even be able to begin to describe it. And here we go for our next matchup of the evening. Introducing first, it is the Plague Doctor herself, Lexibor. And her opponent, it is the change bringer herself, Delta.
And from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada,
And here we go, both women ready. Referee rings the bell, they meet in the middle. With Delta immediately turning Lexi around. And a Russian leg sweep taking her down into the ground and pound. Lexi trying to get back up to her feet. And Delta just sending her back down with that Hurricane Rana head scissor toss. And a neck breaker. Delta just forcing Lexi up by the hat, tossing her down. And now Delta going for the pin. There's one. Lexi kicks out. And Lexi with a dragon screw takedown. Forcing Delta up to her feet. And a kick to the chest. And Lexi with a hip attack. Rolling Delta onto her back. Grabbing the wrist. Fire stomps. And now Lexi just rolling Delta onto her back. Delta kicking her off. And now Lexi with a reversal, tossing Delta into the corner. And a dangling armbar. Satellite arm breaker DDT, and now Delta just stomping on the thigh, keeping it simple. Now heading to the corner, heading up top. Staring down her opponent, forcing her up to her feet. And a diving double leg drop kick attempt. It's not quite getting the distance. And now Delta going for the cover. There's one, there's two. Lexi kicks out. And Lexi just slipping that grapple, trying to get back on the offense. Kicks to the thigh, just chopping the tree. And sending Delta for an Irish whip and a Superman punch into the cover. There's one, there's two. Delta kicks out. Lexi forcing Delta back up to her feet, looking for the tornado kick. Delta getting out of the way. And Lexi with a reversal right back. Springboard roundhouse and Zagiri. Looking for a low altitude roundhouse kick. Delta with the reversal into a suplex. And now Delta trapping Lexi in the corner. Looking to fly on Delta Airlines. The takeoff and a perfect landing. And the cover, there's one, there's two. Lexi kicks out. Dealt with an arm breaker, forcing Lexi up to her feet. And the clotheslines. Single leg drop kick. And now just continuously slamming Lexi into the canvas, forcing her up to her feet. And now rolling up into an arm trapped pullback armbar. And Lexi just fights out. Delta trapping Lexi in the corner. Setting her up top. And Lexi kicks her away. Both women jumping at each other. And both women missing. Delta with a big boot, and now Lexi out onto the apron. And Delta with a top rope senton. Lexi with a diving, flying forearm. And a tackle. Not going for the pin quite yet. Instead, just working on the arm. And now rolling Delta onto her back. Stomp to the shin. And Irish whip. Spinning tornado kick. And the cover. There's one, there's two, and Delta kicks out. Lexi forcing Delta back up. Scoop. And just bouncing her off the corner turnbuckles. Moonsault from the middle rope. And now Lexi heading up top, looking to fly. And a spinning corkscrew heel kick. Forcing Delta back up to her feet, looking for a spinning heel kick. And Delta gets out of the way. There's a jawbreaker. Now Delta heading up top. Moonsault. And the cover. There's one. There's two. And Lexi will not kick out. And for our next matchup of the evening, introducing first, it is the one, the only, Sir Bones.
Weighing in at 100 pounds, gentlemen, boom!
And his opponent, it is 9S. Here we go, Bones and 9S both ready. Referee rings the bell, they meet in the middle. With 9S immediately scooping up Bones, tossing him against the top rope. And an elbow drop. Nina's forcing Bones back up to his feet. Over the shoulders. And a sit-out neckbreaker. Into the cover. There's one. There's two. Bones kicks out. Bones kicking 9S off of him. And a jawbreaker going for the cover. There's one. There's two. 9S kicks out. And a flying forearm. And Bones with a scissor kick. Forcing 9S down, grabbing the neck. And a face buster. 9S gets out of the way of that somersault flip. Or they had a suicide flip. And just slamming the knee, dropping the knee into the arm. And now 9S up top, staring down Bones. Diving neckbreaker. And a knee to the back of the head. Bones sending 9S into the ring post. There's three. Referee once again at the count of 6. Bones kicking 9S off of him. There's 7. There's the spinning heel kick. And there's 8. Bones back inside the ring. There's 9 and 9S getting up to his feet. Will he get it into the ring in time? No. Just a half a second too late. And Bones taking the fight to the outside. Calculating the risks. Calculating the reward. And doing so flawlessly. And for our next matchup, introducing first, it is Nagito Komaeda.
From Japan, weighing in at 143 pounds, with Kobayashi.
And his opponent, it is Teddie.
And his opponent, representing the Creed brothers, from the internet, weighing in at 123 pounds, the Bear, Teddie.
Now referee rings the bell. Teddie immediately running towards the ropes. Nagito putting a stop to that, sending Teddie into the northwest corner. And I was setting him up top. Double knees, almost sending Teddie over the top rope. Now Nagito just staring down his opponent. Single shoulder gut-wrenching suplex, forcing Teddie into a seated position, cranking on that neck. And a senton. Nagito up top, turning around, moonsault. And the cover, there's one, there's two, Teddie kicks out. Nagito forcing Teddie up in another sidewalk slam this time. And Teddie elbows out, trying to get some offense going. Knife edge chops, but Nagito quickly putting it into that with a stunner. And a scissor kick. Nagito going for the pin, there's one, Teddie kicks out. And Nagito with another senton. Now changing blows, Teddie looking to have this one early. But Nagito fighting back. Not good enough as Teddie wins that with the double leg drop kick, forcing Nagito back up to his feet. And a face buster. Into the pin, there's one, there's two, Nagito kicks out. Teddie forcing Nagito up, sending him down with an elbow. And now Teddie lining up the interceptor. There's one, there's two, and Nagito kicks out. Nagito just slamming the knee into the canvas. And Nagito with an elbow drop to the thigh, stomp to the ankle. Nagito forcing Teddie back up to his feet yet again and just tossing him to the side. There's 5 and Nagito back inside the ring. There's 8. Teddie slowly to his feet. And Nagito sending him down with another senton. Teddie now forcing Nagito up, sending him down with another facebuster. There's 5. Nagito being sent back inside the ring. Now Teddie heading up top, diving elbow drop to the spine. And now Teddie lining up a finisher. Over the shoulder, but Nagito fights out. And Nagito looking for the stomp. And there's 1, there's 2. Teddie kicks out. Nagito sending Teddie into the northwest corner, diving elbow, and lining up the second stomp. And the pin, there's 1, there's 2, and Teddie again kicks out. Nagito heading up top, moonsault. Another pin attempt. There's 1, there's 2. Teddie again with the resilience. Now Teddie with a ground and pound. Forcing Nagito up. And looking to send him down with another facebuster. And another spear. Teddie going for the pin. There's 1. There's 2. And finally, there's 3. And Teddie with a masterclass in resilience. How did he kick out of 2 stomps? I don't think I will ever know. And now for penultimate matchup of the evening. Introducing first. She is your women's cruiserweight champion. Or, excuse me, your women's Nexus champion, excuse me, Fiora.
The following is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Stillwater, the Women's NXT Champion, Fiora.
And her opponent, it is Naoto Shirogane. Here we go, both women ready. Referee rings the bell. Fiora immediately running towards Naoto with a big boot. And a head scissor takedown, immediately going for the pin. There's one, Naoto kicks out. And Fiora with a double foot stomp into an axe handle drop. Grabbing the wrist, stomping the back of the head, forcing the arm into the canvas. Naoto back up to her feet to look for the kick. And positioning herself behind Fiora. Piggyback. Thought that was going to be an electric chair, but no, just a spinning elbow. Into the cover, there's one. Fiora kicks out. And Fiora with a sharp elbow, double foot stomp again. And Naoto catching the kick. Dragon screw takedown. Fiora to the outside. Naoto with a somersault flip. Into the ground and pound. Naoto forcing Fiora back up to her feet, tossing her back inside the ring. And a knee strike. Thought that was going to be a clothesline. And now kick to the spine. Fiora now with the ground and pound elbows. Stomp to the ankle. Now just knees to the ankle. Fiora forcing Naoto back up to her feet. Another clothesline. Naoto in the corner. Fiora looking for the running big boot. Naoto with the reversal. And now walking Fiora over to the ropes, but Fiora elbowing out. And a spinning back heel kick. Dragging Naoto away. And now locking in the armbar. And releases the hold. I think she doesn't want this match to end quite yet. Now Fiora up top. Hurricane Rana. And a kick to the spine. Stomps to the leg. And now Naoto with an Irish whip. Superman punch. And the cover. There's one. There's two. And Fiora kicks out. Fiora sending Naoto for an Irish whip. Arm drag. And Hurricane Rana into the pin. There's one, there's two. Naoto kicks out yet again. Fiora with a corkscrew moonsault. And now another armbar. Locked in. And forcing Naoto to tap out.
Here is your winner,
And Fiora showing one belt or two. It doesn't matter. She is still a force to be reckoned with. And now for our main event of the evening. Introducing first. It is Lucina.
is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Avalon, Lucina.
And her opponent, it is Miu Iruma. And here we go, both women ready. Referee rings the bell, they meet in the middle, with Miu immediately forcing Lucina over the shoulders with a barrel roll suplex. And just keeping Lucina down, Lucina kicking her off though. Sending Miu kind of into the corner with those strikes and over the shoulder, and a neck breaker. Lucina with a suicide senton to the outside. And a diving knee to the forehead. Lucina forcing Miu back up to her feet, and Miu with a reversal tossing Lucina into the corner barricade. And Lucina fights out. Referee at 4, they just stare each other down. Lucina back inside the ring. Miu just yelling at a random bit of the floor, not entirely sure what was going on there. Miu with a barrel roll suplex, jumping back to her feet yet again. And Lucina tossing Miu into the corner. There's an elbow. And Lucina forces her way out. And Lucina with a spinning, or a cartwheel double heel kick and the cover. Miu kicks out at 1. And a kick to the stomach. Lucina now up top. And now Lucina to the outside, lining up what I suspect to be the phenomenal forearm. And the cover, there's 1, there's 2, Miu kicks out. And Miu with the triple X-plex. Going for the cover, there's 2, Lucina kicks out. And now Miu locking in an armbar. We've already seen 2 submissions tonight. Why not 3? Lucina sending Miu for an Irish whip. There's an arm drag. And lining up a signature. That Miu elbows out of. And just tossing Lucina to the side. And just sweeping the dirt onto Lucina. Kick to the wrist. And now Headlock just pulling back. Lucina fights out. And tossing Miu into the ring post. There's 4. Miu tossing Lucina over to the side, looking for a leg drop. Just not quite getting the distance on that jump that she needed. And Lucina elbows out, referee at 6. There's 7. Need to get into the ring and quickly, and they do. And now Lucina going for the cover. There's 1, there's 2. Miu kicks out. And now Lucina with a neck breaker. Headed to the outside, headed up top. And a diving frog splash. Not quite done lining up the signature. And a side slam going for the cover right next to the ropes. There's 1, 2, 3. And Lucina picking up a massive win against Miu. And with that, I would like to thank you all for joining us here tonight, and hope to see you on Monday for J Ramada as we prepare for the next PLE of the year, as we continue down the road to Ultimate Fight Night. October 31st is gonna be the Survivor Series War Games. But until then, we are signing out from St. Paul, Minnesota. See ya.